Good morning.
Rise and shine.
Good morning. Are you always this good-natured? I mean, in the morning before coffee? Good morning.
It's Triad Today with Jeffrey Griffin.
News Talk Sports of the Triad, WSJS. Are you tired of the same old holiday routine? You want to make a difference while you're having fun? Well, of course you do, don't we all? That's why I want you to sign up for the YMCA of Northwest North Carolina 42nd Annual Mistletoe Run. They've got a half marathon, a 5K, a 1 mile fun run. Well, I mean, I could do that. Christian could do that in a breeze. I wouldn't take him no time at all. Tyler Foster could do that. And Tyler's going to be here in just a moment with the good news. That's right. There is something for each of us. There's something for all of us. They'll have bounce houses. They'll have music, mascots, donuts at the finish line. And the good news is that all the proceeds will support youth programs at the Y of Northwest North Carolina, like swim lessons and summer camps. It's the season to give back and get active. Register now online, ymcanwnc.org, or you can go into any branch of the Y across Northwest North Carolina and register. It's the 42nd Annual Mistletoe Run. Make your holiday run unforgettable. This December, the 42nd annual get-together, make a whole lot of difference and do a whole lot of good for your neighbors and the community. The YMCA of Northwest North Carolina and the 42nd annual Mistletoe Run. Speaking of Tyler Foster, here is the man himself. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, Jeffrey. How are you doing?
All right, bro. What you got going on?
Oh, just getting ready for work, getting ready to head into the office.
Oh, well, I mean, like, do you have a big breakfast before you go in, or do you just, like, kind of grab a granola bar and head on out?
I usually just grab a granola bar, or I have some of those. I know they're not the greatest for you, but I have a box of those donut sticks from Little Debbie in my desk that I eat each morning.
I got choked up. Oh my gracious, Tyler, you got me tickled. That was funny. You know, it's so funny. I used to think that I was the only weird one when it came to Little Debbie cakes, and then I realized Nick Saban, legendary football coach at Alabama, now retired, of course, greatest football college coach of all time. Nick Saban has a Little Debbie cake every day. He normally has two. And he's been quite open about it that If he doesn't have his two, he gets ornery. And then he has to, start chewing somebody's rear end at ball practice. I guess he doesn't do that at home with his wife. But yeah, he gets two Little Debbies every morning. That's how he starts his day, because a cup of coffee and two Little Debbies. So Tyler, you're in good company. Apparently it's you and Nick Saban and me. Little Debbie, right? I'm all for it. It works, doesn't it, brother?
Oh, yeah. So, right now they've got the Christmas tree cakes
That's
out.
right. They're out. I sent Sophia in the store the other day, and it was one of those things. We had to get some, stuff for supper. And I said what I always say, Tyler, if you see something that we need or something that you want, get it. And so she came out and she said, well, they've got the Little Debbie Christmas trees. And I said, and? She said, what? I said, I don't see a box of them. She said, I didn't get them. I was just telling you. Tyler, I was so disappointed in that girl. I said, no. She said, Daddy, we don't need those. I said, and what have I always said? If you see something you want, that also goes for me. So, yeah, it is time for the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. I agree, Tyler. Right on. All right.
My wife has a collection of, hold on, let me look. 5 boxes right now on the top of our pantry.
Oh, good for her. Now, Vicky does that with pumpkin spice coffee flavoring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we still have like 5 or 6 bottles in the refrige in the garage. Because once they go out, there's no more. So we just buy it in bulk and then leave them in the fridge so we have it for quite a while. So there you go. So good for Mrs. Tyler. All right. What is the good news in the world, my friend?
So the good news today is actually an article. It's a few years back, but I found it and it really touched my heart. So I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. So it's from Michigan back in 2018 in the middle of the night around 1 a.m. Now, not a lot usually happens in the middle of the night around 1 a.m. that's good,
Sure.
but this is good. So a group of 13 truckers, 13 18-wheeler drivers,
Okay.
were listening to the police scanners and heard a call for help. And these 13 truck drivers took their time out of their schedule to line up under a bridge on the highway. Now, there was an individual who was having a breakdown, having a bad night, and was standing on the bridge. And the police were wanting a safety net under the bridge if he were to ultimately jump. So they lined 13 tractor trailer trucks right under the bridge to make the ground a little closer if he were to jump.
Wow.
And these trucks, yeah. And these truckers took time out of their busy schedule because, they all have their quotas. And
they got to get, when you got to get there. That's right. You do what you got to do.
And they can only drive for so long. And they sat there for, hold on, I want to make sure I got it right, for 4 hours that morning, waiting and listening to the police to help them down. And it just made a safety net there for the police to be able to talk him through it and talk him down calmly. And ultimately, it ended with him stepping down off the ledge and getting some help.
Wow. Like a brigade of hope or something like that. That's really, wow. And they just put out the call that we need truckers at whatever bridge, and they just line up on. That's incredible. So just wow. Okay. People go, how can I help? Somebody's having a bad time. I can't do anything about it. They didn't know that person, but they absolutely made a difference.
Right.
Wow.
Absolutely. And they probably weren't even local. They were probably from all over the place, just heading on their route and just decided to stop.
Tyler, that is, wow. There you go. The power of the village to make a difference. And, for people that love that person that was standing on the bridge having a tough time, for that person's family and friends, it made all the difference in the world. That's an ultimate gift. Those truckers just go on their way. We'll never know who they were. That's all. That's gold stars in the crown right there, everybody. That indeed. That is.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I have no doubt that at least one of them was probably delivering Little Debbie cakes. Good,
probably
good. They're just delivering joy wherever they go. Tyler, it's a beautiful story, my man. I appreciate the visit. You have a fabulous day. Go get your Little Debbie donut sticks and go knock it out of the park, will you?
I will. You have a wonderful day as well.
You as well. Tyler Foster, everybody, with this week's Good News. I love that story. We'll be back with a whole lot more next on News Talk Sports of the Triad, WSJS.